Hello. Um, this one is titled Against Using the Pronoun He for Allah in Quran and Other Scripture Translations. Subtitle: God has no gender, so why are people using the pronoun He? Peace to all of you and welcome. In the introduction to the English translation of the Quran, introduction titled The Clear Quran, translated by Mustafa Khattab, sorry if I mispronounce, the translator states that Allah has no gender, but that he still uses He to refer to the Almighty in the translation. In fact, in every instance I have seen of writers or translators translating a verse from the Quran, the Bible, whatever it may be, they always refer to Allah as He. And even when commenting on the Almighty, if they refer to Allah in some description of Islam, they always refer to Allah as He. And if you question them on this, they will insist that God has no gender. And this is true, right? God has no gender. This is absurd. So this brings me to the point of great frustration and critique that we must do better justice to religion and how we talk about it, so as to not propagate misconceptions and erroneous ideas about its the universe and its creator. This is important. While I was growing up, I was familiar with some conceptions of God that depict this great man in the sky concept. Maybe this is not really what people were talking about, but somehow I got this idea that people have this conception of God as this big person that's beyond us in the sky, right? And there's this tendency towards personifying God, and for some reason we can't help but have this concept of a big man in the sky. And this is incorrect. This is not what God's nature is at all, right? And how could you not personify the Creator when the Creator, the Almighty, has been given a human attribute through the use of the pronoun He, right? If you're reading the Quran and you keep seeing He, how could you not possibly think this is some big man in the sky, right? It's ridiculous. And so my question for all of you who translate the Quran or talk about Allah in English is it really necessary for you to use the pronoun He? Is it really that important to you to use this pronoun? And does it actually help your language, the point you're trying to make when you use the pronoun He? I argue this is not necessary. You may notice in my previous article, as well as this one, and the way I talk, that I have not once referred to the Almighty as He. In scripture translation and in talking about Allah, capturing the meaning, the essence is more important, right? When we're translating, the essence, the meaning is more important than trying to create a direct translation. And God has commanded us to speak to people in their own language. So in Arabic, you have non-gendered pronouns that are used to refer to Allah. But in English, we have gendered pronouns. So instead of trying to use pronouns because they're used in Arabic and choosing the default pronoun, which is for men, right? We should instead, not use the pronoun He and find other ways. So the solution that I propose: we can refer to God through many names that actually point to the quality of God. Some names I use: the Almighty, the One, the Creator, Allah, the God, the Source, right? These are just some things that I use in my language. So in writing English, it is common to try to avoid repeating the same word over and over. It makes the language less engaging. This is why we have pronouns in the English language, I think. Maybe amongst other reasons as well. But we tend not to just use the names over and over, right? So for serving this purpose and to make our speech and language more expressive, we can instead refer to Allah through the many names of Allah, some of which I expressed earlier, right? the Almighty, the One, the Creator, Allah, God, the Source. We know there are 99 divine names of Allah mentioned in the Quran. So why don't we use these instead of using He? Thank you. Peace.